Hello and welcome everyone. This time I'll be combing the hills at night for a Roosevelt Elk. And as chance will have it, I'll find a nice bookend for my final Connors mission. I've now made it to the last side mission for Emily Connors, and she wants me to try using a bow. So she's challenged me to travel to Highton Peaks and harvest a Roosevelt Elk with a bow in Highton Peaks at night. For the harvest to count, it needs to be in the highlighted area. Highton Peaks is a sizable region on the map, but the Roosevelt Elk's home range occupies a couple small corners of it, so I'll have to narrow my search to those two spots. The other restriction to remember is that it has to be done at night between the hours of 19 and 5. I don't have a lot of need zones for elk in the area at all, let alone zones at night. I have a few along the riverbanks, but elk drink between 4 and 8, leaving only an hour to get them in time if I'm lucky. So I plan to search the mountainous area between North Lake and the Topeka outpost for new zones. I'll first scout to see if I can find some, then plan on returning to hunt them. I love using the 60-pound compound bow, and the 600 grain arrows will do the job nicely. The DLC night vision binos will come in super handy, as well as the elk collar, in case I need to lure one in close. Since the Topeka outpost is in the elk home range to the north, I didn't want to spawn in and scare them all away, so I put down a tent just out of range and returned the next night. I hiked up the hill and began zigzagging between the two peaks, looking for tracks and zones and listening for calls. It was super quiet at first, but as I made my way south, I finally started seeing some signs of life. I was beginning to doubt I'd find an elk at all when I finally discovered a track. It's a female, but better than nothing, so I began circling the area for more signs and hopefully a bull. Well, no sign of any bulls, but there's a herd of cows. I was kinda hoping for something a little more flashy than a female harvest for my last Connors mission. As I was about to give up, one of the cows in the back caught my eye. It was hard to confirm through the trees in the dark, but I think she's an albino or leucistic. That will do nicely. The herd was already spooked, so I suspected I wouldn't be able to get a clean shot off, but I gave it a quick try anyway. Sadly, they were off quicker than a prom dress. I quietly followed them along the side of the mountain, but lost them in the brush. As I was looking for their tracks, I caught a trumpet from the other direction. This one was male, so I decided to go investigate. I found his rest zone a little higher on the hill. I checked his track for an estimated weight. 380 to 440, so he's decent, but not a max weight. With the area completely blown out, I found a spot at the top of the ridge and set down a tent to spawn into later. I returned the next day, a little over an hour after the rest zone time began. I decided that a rare fur was more attractive to me than a mid-level bull, so I started down the hill after the cow. But along the way, I caught a glimpse of the bull. A level 3, not bad. When he laid down in the zone facing the other direction, temptation got the best of me. A sudden noise made me take a peek, but turned out to be a blacktail, so I resumed my stalk. At 40 meters, I tried my luck. I watched the bull drop in the trees just down the hill. But since the bow wouldn't spook away the herd of cows at this range, I marked the bull's location, then decided to try for the rare fur cow too. I stayed along the hill above the rest zone, scanning the trees, when finally I found one below. Sure enough, she was there too. Only thing left to do is to get into range and try my luck again. I found a decent spot under a tree at 42 meters. And she's down. Excellent. Time to go claim her. And she is an albino. Since she's a level 1, there's no score for her, but that's okay with me. I'm just happy to have found a great trophy for the hunt. The Bear Claw Light got her with a 600 grain arrow through both lungs at 43 meters. She completed the mission for me, but I've still got a bull harvest up the hill. Let's go see what I got. This poor fella got stuck between a rock and a hard place. And he's a silver, scoring 186.29. He would have completed the mission for me as well, but it's good I had him as a backup in case I missed the female. The 600 grain arrow got this guy through both lungs at 41 meters. So that's a wrap for Emily Connors. This map has been very good to me with elk, so getting an albino cow seems like a fitting end. With this being said, I'm sure I'll be back to check the map for more diamonds and rares in the future. If this video was helpful or you learned something along the way, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be adding more of these guides as I go along with my progression, so be sure to check in for more Call of the Wild content. Thanks for watching.